Hey Lifer Tribe, welcome to another video, Living Life with Stay Hall.
Show me the car when you turn me on. The way you tell me you want me down. Done it, I done this before you falling. I won't catch you, don't know I'm stalling. Cause you love to have them all crying.
This has to be one of the craziest videos I've ever done.
But I'm from a city that's high school. I give them this and the more I go.
Hey Lifer Tribe, welcome to another video, Living Life with Stay Hall. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so great to have you here. And since you're here, you might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can become a permanent part of the Lifer Tribe. And then go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a single video. All right, y'all. I know I'm looking crazy. Yes, I am on the floor and leaning on a huge pile of clothes. I have finally gotten the courage and decided that it is time to purge. And coming to terms with the fact that your girl has a shopping problem. I was just going to go through my closet and kind of make some room and get things organized, kind of color code. And let me go back. Not my closets. Yes, I have 3 walk-in closets packed to the rim. Not to mention a whole closet with just bags. And we're not even going to get into shoes. But anyway, I decided that I was going to just organize, color codes, separate things by season. It's a little difficult to do that here in Texas because the weather is just so unpredictable. It stays warm here, hot here for months, and you just never know. I mean, like, I have literally had an 80-some degrees Christmas here in Texas. So it's kind of hard to really put things away, especially more spring, summer things, because it's not cold here that often. But I decided that I was at least going to kind of make a summer and spring closet and a winter and fall closet, because right now my things are just kind of all jumbled together. So in that process, I just realized that I just have way too much stuff. I mean, I've always liked clothes and liked to shop, but pre-pandemic, I was like out of the house every day. And so it kind of made a little more sense because I was getting dressed every single day and either going into the office or going into an event. And so at least I would wear my clothes. But since the pandemic, like so many of us, when I had my corporate job, I started working from home. So I did that for 2 years. And then a lot of the events that I normally would attend either were canceled or were Zoom. So all you needed was a top. But I kept my same shopping habits. And when I was going through my clothes, I also realized like all the amount of church dresses that I had. And my husband pastored a church, y'all, for 3 years. And in that 3 years, I probably only missed 4 or 5 Sundays. So that's a lot of Sundays of church, and I never wore the same dress twice. Not bragging, it's crazy. And so I thought this was a good video to make because I may not be the only one who goes through this, but there is just that point where you have to know when enough is enough and just try to come to terms with why you are buying so much. Like, I have this issue where I never know when it's okay to repeat an outfit. And I know that sounds crazy because I make the decisions, my clothes, my choice, put on what I want, and who cares? But it's just weird for me. I don't know. And especially with social media, you know, you're posting on Instagram, making the YouTube videos and going to the events, and you're kind of traveling in the same circles, and you just feel like I can't wear the same thing. And I have to fix that because that's a me problem, because it shouldn't matter. If I'm buying good quality clothes, they're clean, they're neat, whatever, I can wear them as many times as I want to. And as you guys know, I had like 3 or 4 events this weekend back to back every day. Like I think I had something Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And when I looked at my calendar, my first thought was, oh, I need to buy something to wear for this. I need to buy something to wear for that. And I'm like, no, I don't. And so it kind of started then when I decided to shop my closet. I'm not buying anything new for this weekend. And y'all excuse me, it's early, so my voice is still getting tuned up because you guys are the first people that I've talked to besides just saying good morning and I love you to my husband this morning. But anyway, I'm like, I'm going to shop my closet. And I ended up finding some really cute stuff and a lot of it that I'd never worn. Another thing that I've had an issue with is mixing and matching. Like for some reason in my mind, if I buy these black pants with this white blouse, I will only wear those two together. So if I have another blouse that I want to wear with black pants, I buy another pair of black pants. It's crazy. I mean, I think I have over 50 pair of jeans. I can't even tell you how many dresses I have, like I said. And it was just crazy. And so I was going through my closet yesterday and I literally got physically ill. I mean, I text my sister the pile of clothes, which this is just me stopping at a certain point like, okay, I'm tired. I'm not doing anymore. It was like I'm physically ill just to see the money that I've spent on clothes where most of these things have either only been worn once and a lot of them still have the tags on them. And so this has not been easy, but I have just decided that if I have not worn it as of yet and I've had it for longer than 6 months, then it's gone bye-bye. So that is what this pile is. I'm getting ready to sort through it. Some of it I'm going to donate. Some of it I'm going to take to a consignment shop. I posted a couple of things on Poshmark yesterday, but I ain't got time for that. I'm going to be quite honest. It's an easy process if you just have a few pieces, but I have a ton. Like, I probably am going to collect at least 3 more piles like this because I haven't even touched my drawers in one of the closets. So I went through 2 closets yesterday and that's it. And I don't know if y'all can really tell, and that's why I got on the floor so y'all can see. I mean, I'm leaning on this stuff. This is a big, big pile, and yeah, it's a lot of waste, and I just had to come to terms with the fact that Houston, we've got a problem. I mean, if I could just show y'all the amount of things with, literally, with the tags on them, it's crazy. It's crazy. And things I just haven't worn, like this cute little sweatsuit with the ruffles on the sleeve. I don't know why I haven't worn it, but I've had this thing for at least 2 years and I haven't worn it yet. So guess what? It has to go. I mean, all kind of nice blouses. I guess I've probably worn this once. Nice with the, big bell sleeves or whatever. But I can't picture myself wearing it again. So it needs to be in this pile. I evidently was obsessed. Oh, that's not it. Oh, obsessed with Victoria's Secret pink with sequin on it because I have probably 10 to 12 sweatsuits with the sequins on it that all just say pink. They don't say anything different. And at least 10 to 12 of just the tops with the pink and sequins. Some of them, I felt like I didn't even remember ever seeing them when I saw them yesterday. Like, I don't even remember having this. Did I ever wear this? But they didn't have the tags on them, so I'm assuming that I did wear them at some point. But y'all, it's crazy. Here's another pair of the sweatpants. Like, who does that? And why did I do it? And so I also have to remember that I don't need every single thing that I think is cute. If I like something, I don't need to have it in every single color. And something else I kind of realized yesterday too is in the last year or so, I've been struggling with my weight. And I'm not the type of person who likes to really have to try on a bunch of clothes. Like if there's something that I need to do this evening, I want to be able to just go in my closet, pick something to wear, put it on and know I'm good. And for most of my life, that is how it's been. Well, in this last year, as I've struggled with my weight, I've realized that even though I haven't really changed my size, I still buy the same size clothes. I wear a 10, I can get a medium, but we all know that depending on where you get that from, it's cut different. And for most of my life, if I bought my size, it didn't matter where it came from, I could fit it. Well, now it's iffy, like real iffy. And that frustrates me and makes me feel bad and makes me realize that I've gained a lot of weight, and just the frustration of just figuring out how my body works now, because the things I used to do to stay in shape and stay at a comfortable weight for myself don't work for me anymore. And so I'm just trying to navigate that whole thing. And so I hate going into my closet and grabbing something that I've worn before and know it fit, and now it doesn't fit. And so I think that's another reason why I've bought so many clothes this year, is because I know I've gained weight. And so instead of having to face it with grabbing something out of my closet, I just buy something new. And here's the thing that I figured out, because even when I buy something new, there's no guarantee it's going to fit, right? But if it's new and it doesn't fit, I can just say, well, that's just the way it's cut. This runs small, and I can just buy something else. But if it's old and doesn't fit, and I've already worn it before, or I've already tried it on before, then that means it doesn't fit because it's me. And so just like, I guess, playing that psychological game with myself, like, okay, I don't really have to face the fact that I'm getting older. I'm kind of losing control of my weight and trying to figure it out. But I don't want to have to face that every time I go into my closet. So I'll just buy something new. And that's something I just thought about yesterday, because it really has been bothering me, because again, I've always known what would work, but I'm over it now. If I'm nothing else, I'm self-aware. I don't always pick up on things or address them immediately when I see there's an issue, but I know there's an issue, and I will address it soon. And so soon came yesterday, and I'm just like, I'm not buying anything else unless I really need it. And I know you would say, with all these clothes, how could I need anything? But there are those pieces that come around, like the black cape blazer I bought. I've wanted one of those for a while. I've never had one. It's a classic, not going to go out of style. So I'm not going to say that I'm not going to buy anything anymore, because that's not realistic. But I am going to cut back tremendously, and I'm going to weed out. It's time to purge, y'all. It's just time. And so I wanted to make this video, starting another vlog. We're going to do a couple of things today, not much, but the most important thing was, I just know that I'm not the only one. And what I'm looking for is to be able to help anyone else who may be dealing with a similar issue, because this is an issue, like, this is money on the floor. This isn't just clothes. This is money that I can say, for the most part, I've wasted, and not just on this pile. I mean, even the things that I've kept, because I never needed all of this. And again, we're just talking about clothes. Like, I'm bad with even loungewear, pajamas, underwear, like socks. I have an entire drawer full of socks. Most of them I've never worn, like jewelry, everything. And so it's just like, no, there's so many other things that I could have done with this money. And I thank God that I'm in a place where it has not really affected me, but at the same time, it's waste. Even if I didn't need the money, like to pay a bill, to pay the mortgage, it still could have been sitting in the savings account. It still could have been invested in the business, just something. So I've really been beating myself up for the past 24 hours, but I think I kind of deserve it. But I'm going to get over it. I'm going to go through this stuff, figure out none of this is to keep. Nothing that is in this pile, nothing that I pull out, am I going to say, no, I'm keeping it. I made that decision yesterday. So the only thing I'm deciding is what is going to go to the consignment and what is going to be donated. That's the only decision to make. And the things on Poshmark, I'm probably going to end up taking down and putting on consignment, because like I said, once I got started, I'm like, shoot, it's going to take me days to take pictures of all this stuff and, get it properly posted so that it looks nice. I just can't. Look, y'all, like, nice little Michael Kors jumpsuit. I've worn this once. I bought this for an NAACP event, I believe, last year or whatever. I've worn it once. And you can't tell me that there hasn't been another event that I could have worn this to. And so that's what I'm going to be working on too. Repeating stuff, wearing stuff, getting my money's worth, getting my wear out of it, because ain't nobody got time for that. I do not have a career in fashion. It doesn't, yeah, it makes no sense to have all this stuff. Another sequin, Victoria's Secret pink. I gotta laugh to keep from crying. But y'all let me know in the comments if this is something you struggle with. If you're still struggling with it, let's go ahead and support each other through it. If you used to struggle with it and you're better now, let me know what you did, because I feel like I'm really in some kind of recovery. But when I tell y'all I got physically ill yesterday, like I was nauseous as I kept going through and seeing, especially the things with tags still on them that I'm like, when did I even buy this? How long have I had this? Why do I have this? And I am, changing. And so it's like some of this stuff isn't even necessarily my taste anymore, but none of it is that old. Like nothing in this pile is older than 2 or 3 years at the most. So yeah, that's what we doing today, y'all. I'm going to go through this stuff, and I'll take y'all with me on the journey to the consignment shop. I have not done consignment in years and years and years, so I'm not trying to get rich off of this stuff, but, it's just worth a shot, and I definitely didn't feel like dealing with the online. So, yeah, I'm going to sort through the pile, and I'll get back with y'all when we're headed to the consignment shop. Thanks for listening. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you in a minute.
You know that I want to be good for you. You know that I want to be good for you. I do. But sometimes someone was bad for me. Sometimes someone was bad. Oh, can't you see? I'm just being weak. I think you know that I care for you. I think you know that I care for you, I do. But sometimes I can't be there for me. Sometimes I can't be there, baby, can't you see? I'm just being...
All right, y'all, so we are here in the consignment shop. And the way it works is you can either get cash or credit or a combination of both. Right now, they're only doing cash for fall and winter items. Understandably so, because we are in October. So I opted to get a combination of both, the cash and credit. And then the credit I'll just give to my youngest son, because he likes to do the, going to the vintage stores and the thrift stores, thrifting. So he likes doing that, looking for different old t-shirts of bands and stuff like that. So I'll just do a combination of both. But they have like tons of stuff in here, y'all. Tons. But yeah, they're playing music in here, so let me go ahead and get off so I don't get copyrighted. So I have left the consignment shop. I'm not happy. I'm coming home with more stuff than I wanted to come home with, but I think it may be because it was more of a younger, 20s, teenage type of vibe in there. It was just the closest one to my house. I stopped at another one that was an actual consignment, so they don't pay you on the spot. They just let you pretty much display your clothes there for 90 days, and if somebody buys it, you get a portion. But they weren't taking clothes right now, and plus I really don't even feel like dealing with all that. I just was trying to see if I could sell some of my items. If not, I'm gonna donate them. But I did end up with about $60 in cash and $43 in credits, which I'm just gonna give to my son, like I said. So it wasn't too bad. But the thing that really got me is not that I didn't sell a whole lot or whatever. It was just the fact that on the website, and even when you're checking in, it asks you, what do you want to do with any items they don't buy? Do you want to take them home, or do you want them to donate them? So I'm like, y'all can donate it, because I don't feel like dragging this stuff back out. But they said, oh, we're not donating right now. So I had to drag all that junk back out to the truck. So got bags back there again. So I'm not happy about that piece, but yeah, so I'm here at the post office. I have some books that I need to mail off. Y'all know I normally do my shipping, and a couple of them fell down here, y'all, all over the place. I'm sorry. But yeah, books to ship off. So I'm at the post office. I normally do it on Friday, but yeah, I'm out and about today, and I didn't feel like having to come back out and run more errands tomorrow. I'm kind of a one-stop shop type of chick. And then I have some things I need to take back from Amazon, mainly because I bought things that I didn't need. So in this whole season of purging, I'm like, okay, what are these items from Amazon that I buy? I mean, just clothing stuff, because my stuff for the house and all that is kind of different. You know, because I usually only have what I need, or I'm swapping something out or whatever, because I don't want my house all junky. But a couple of clothing items that I bought, I was leaning on this hair, bought recently, I'm going to be taking those back because I don't need them, and so I need to part with them. I like them, they're cute, but I don't have to have everything I see. I sound like I'm teaching a child, but you know what, sometimes we need to go back to just those grassroots basics of when we were a kid. Money don't grow on trees, and you don't have to have everything you see. So yeah, so let's get into the post office, mail off these books. And if you have not already picked up your copy of Running for Your Life, a weekly devotional for today's resilient woman, or The Hallway, a weekly devotional for today's thriving couple, you need to go ahead and get that. So go to stayhall.com. The link to the website and everything is always in the description box, but I will make sure that I also put the website right here, so y'all see my finger? Y'all won't have any excuses. That sounded like a commercial, right? I need to start doing some little infomercials, break-in commercials during the vlog. But yeah, y'all, today is purge day, so let's get into this post office so I can purge these books. But this purge is a good purge. Well, all purges are a good purge, I guess. But yeah, y'all know what I'm saying.
You know that I wanna be good for you. You know that I wanna be good for you, I do. But sometimes someone was bad for me. Sometimes someone was bad, oh can't you see? I'm just being weak.
All right, y'all, so I finally made it home, and this was like one of the most stressful, craziest videos I've ever done. And I don't know if y'all can feel that vibe, but it's just been a weird day. I don't know why, but maybe it's just the whole purging thing. Maybe I'm just like really in my head about a lot of stuff, but it was crazy. I forgot to tell y'all, when I was in the consignment shop, they have like a little seating area in the back, because you can either just drop your stuff off and wait. And wait for them to call you and come back and get whatever, or you can sit there. So I just decided to sit there because there were only like 2 people ahead of me. And back in their little waiting area, they have a monitor, and it's almost like, you know, waiting at DMV or whatever. Your name comes up, lets you know, where you are in the process or whatever. And so there's some chairs back there. And so there was a black young man who was back there, and it was so funny, so sweet. He saw me with my camera, and he's like, "Oh, are you a YouTuber?" And I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, what do you talk about?" And I said, "Well, I do lifestyle and health and motivation." I said, "But it's for old ladies." So, and he was like, "Well, I'll still subscribe." And I thought that was so cute. He was like, "Yeah, whenever I see people with cameras like that, I'm always just curious if they do YouTube." And he said, "And plus I'll share it with my mom." So that was super cool. So he went ahead and subscribed. But I felt bad because the shoes he was trying to sell, they weren't trying to give him the amount of money that he felt, he deserved for them, or what they were worth. So, anyway, but that was one thing, because that's all he had was one pair of shoes, and he was back there waiting forever. But then the thing that really kind of got me is, so the seating area, the chairs are spaced apart. They're not right next to each other at like a doctor's office. It's more set up like a lounge area. But a white guy comes back there, and he doesn't speak or anything, which, not like he had to, but it was like anybody else who came back was just like, "Hi," and sat down, or just at least smiled. But he came back, never said a word, didn't smile, nothing. And his chair would have been the one right next to mine. And before he even sat down, he just took the chair and like drug it a couple of feet away from me and then sat down. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, I didn't want to sit next to you anyway. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but it still goes through your mind. Like, did you just do that? Is it because of COVID, or is it because there's two black people back here? And, you know, my mind just goes to probably because there's two black people, because he would have been in between myself and the young man. And it was just so, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way just for him to come and immediately, like, at least smile or say hi and kind of try to play it off. But you just come back, don't say anything, and just drag the chair. I don't know. How would y'all feel about that? Of course, I didn't say anything, because who am I to tell him he can't move his chair? And he didn't say anything, and we're in a public place. But it just made me feel some kind of way. Like, well, nobody tried to sit by you anyway, dude. But yeah, that was just kind of weird. And then I get to Amazon, and not Amazon, but the UPS store, to return my Amazon stuff. And Amazon has updated their little app, I guess. So wherever I used to click to return and stuff, it wasn't there like it normally is. So I'm sitting in the parking lot, and then I finally find where to return it. But then several of my items this time, and I usually do it at home before I get there, but I just didn't today. But several of my items were, you had to wait to return them, because I guess they're by a regular seller, so the seller has to approve your return. And then a couple of them, you have to print out the return label. You couldn't just use the little barcode on the phone. So yeah, it was just one of those, I don't know, everything has just been kind of weird today. So I don't know, but I'm excited to be home, and I'm getting ready to hook up. Let me show y'all this turkey burger. So I made turkey burgers the other day, and I typically have not been a fan of turkey burgers, but I doctored them up the way I do my regular burgers, because I've never really made turkey burgers. I've just had them, you know, where other people have made them, and they're always just so bland. But I am going to have to do a video with these. Hold on, y'all. That's my sister. Hey.
Hey, what's going on? You busy?
I'm just doing my vlog. You want to say hi to the people?
Hi to the people.
All right, y'all. I'll be back. I'm back. I told y'all this was a crazy video. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all the buns too, though. So I made some turkey burgers, because I'm really, really trying to do better, y'all. And then I found these keto buns. Let me open it so y'all can see. Hamburger buns, keto, got them from Walmart, and they are only like 3 grams of carbs. But the turkey burgers, y'all, I'm gonna have to do a video, like a cook with me, because I added like some onion soup mix, some ranch, and they are good. So I am getting ready to eat one of those. I have 2 left, and they warm up just fine. They weren't dried out. I'm going to throw a little jalapeno on there, and some mayo and onion and tomato. So I'll show y'all the finished product before we end this video. But yeah, I definitely have to do a cook with me with these turkey burgers, because even my husband, who is like not a fan of ground turkey at all, the way he's had it prepared, he was like, okay, I can do this. And he's a huge burger person. Like, he loves a good burger, loves a good steak, but he's like, I can do these. So I definitely will share that recipe with y'all. But yeah, let me go ahead and put this sandwich together. I just hung up with my sister, so I hadn't started to put the sandwich together, and I'll show it to y'all before we end the video.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. That's him. I pull up with me and my love, that's it. Drowning in the moolah, I think I die swim. Stop calling me bro, you're not my friend. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing around, why you playing with me? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. that's me. Copy like I'm daddy, you not my seed. Catching all my movements, you watch my lead. We are not the same, no, I'm out your league. I been went broke, I been went big, I been with a that's not your biz. I been on top, I been made hits. No recognition, still not gon' miss. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing.
All right, y'all, so here is the final product. I got my Swiss cheese on there. Everything is looking good. And after the day I've had, and I don't know why, I've just been feeling some kind of way, but I am ready to sit down and enjoy this. So that's what I'm gonna do. But you guys know I appreciate you so much. I love you to bits and pieces. I thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure that if you haven't already, you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit the notification bell so that you never mention the content. Just don't miss the content. So you guys know the drill. Be kind and love one another, but never forget to live your life, LYFE. Love yourself first explicitly. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.